In this video, how a 57-year-old man with end-stage renal failure, diabetes, and congestive heart failure avoided dialysis and skyrocketed his kidney function from a GFR of 4 to 47 in just 20 days by eating this food and avoiding this medication. Catherine here, I'm a doctor of natural medicine, and today I want to share with you one of the most jaw-dropping, record-breaking case studies I have ever seen in my career. This isn't just about avoiding dialysis. This man didn't just stabilize his kidney function, he improved it by more than 10 times in 20 days. Let me repeat that. His GFR went from 4 to 47.
Wow, that's amazing.
Just to put this into perspective, on May 14, 2020, his GFR was 14, already dangerously low. Within a week, his GFR dropped to 4 and he was rushed to the hospital. At this point, 99.9% of doctors would have started him on immediate dialysis. But instead, his medical team took a radical approach, and in less than 20 days, his GFR shot up to 47. Now, for those of you who don't have all the CKD stages and numbers memorized, let me break down this for you. When this man was admitted to the hospital, his kidney function was so bad that after his first dialysis session, even his dialysis machine needed dialysis. Yeah, that's how bad it was. But with this simple intervention, his kidney function went back to here. And when your kidney function is back here, you don't even have symptoms anymore. You can live a perfectly normal life. So, from a GFR almost too low for dialysis to a normal life. Now, I know this sounds impossible. In 20 days, it sounds like medical fiction. But I assure you, this case report was published in a highly respected peer-reviewed medical journal. It's also very recent. It was published on November 8, 2024. And let me tell you right now, this study is going to shake the medical world. In fact, this patient was taking a medication in particular that should have never been prescribed to him. We will see which one in the last part of the video. Don't miss that part because this is a medication that far too many CKD patients are still taking today. So stick with me until the end of the video. Now, I must also mention that this patient was hospitalized due to severe metabolic acidosis, a complication of CKD, which means that his kidneys were functioning so poorly that his body was literally overwhelmed by acid, not to mention his heart. This patient's conditions were so bad that any other doctor would have probably just referred him to a priest. Probably, seriously, when we start to talk about multiple organ failures, things can get very nasty, very fast. However, this man was very lucky to have found some incredibly competent and brave doctors, because what these doctors did to achieve this miracle result was absolutely shocking. Some parts of this treatment are going to leave you speechless.
What?
Because, let's be real, most doctors would never have the guts to try this. I mean, these doctors had nerves of steel. Let's see what they did. Now guys, I believe you may be interested in hearing what this man was eating to avoid, passing away before his 58th birthday. I know what you are thinking. Wow, this diet must be something incredible. Maybe a secret government experiment? Maybe a diet only known to monks in the Himalayas? Because, yeah, the diet was what made all the difference here. So let's play a little game. Let's take a wild guess at what this guy, who, by the way, had stage 5 CKD, metabolic acidosis, obesity, gout, and congestive heart failure, was eating to avoid literally dropping dead before his 58th birthday. And diabetes as well. So, what do we think? Maybe a raw meat diet? Oh yeah, just what his kidneys needed. Some fresh, bacteria-ridden, unseasoned liver. No. So maybe it was a strict keto diet? Yes, fat bombs and ribeye steak 3 times a day. Because nothing screams diabetes management like eating 200 grams of saturated fat while whispering ketosis will heal me into a jar of coconut oil. No, it wasn't a keto diet. Maybe they went full carnivore. You know, the adult version of a toddler who refuses to eat anything green.
You can eat as much animal protein as you want, and you're never going to harm your kidney function.
I mean, that's a great diet for diabetes, right? No? Alright. Let's stop the suspense. What diet actually saved this man's life? Let's just read the title of the study real quick. Aggressive intravenous hydration and a defined plant-based diet. Wait, plant-based? No, not the vegetables. Quick, some check on the keto influencers. I think they all just collapsed at the same time. Yeah, I know. Who could have seen this coming? Not me, guys. I was so sure they were gonna say we force-fed him bacon grease and his kidney started doing backflips. But nope. Turns out, medical science has once again decided to crush the hopes and dreams of carnivore bros everywhere. Because here's the thing. You are never going to find a study where a stage 5 CKD patient improves with a keto diet. Not gonna happen. Not today, not tomorrow, not in a parallel universe where pigs fly and butter cures diabetes. Now, on social media, oh, absolutely. Every single day, some shirtless dude with 0 medical credentials will be standing in front of a camera like,
they tell me my choices are hemodialysis or peritoneal dialysis, and I would probably eat 3 to 4 steaks a week.
yeah bro, I was in kidney failure, but then I ate nothing but ribeye for 6 months and now I can deadlift a truck. But in actual medical literature, never. So yeah, folks, let this be your friendly reminder that if you have stage 4 or 5 CKD and your brilliant idea is to go keto, carnivore, or some other influencer-approved nonsense, you'd better have a dialysis chair pre-booked, just in case. Alright? Now guys, let's go back to the real world for a moment and let's see what this man was eating exactly. And we are going to have a whole study about that. Yeah, these scientists were so thorough in designing a diet for a patient with so many health issues, they decided to refer to a previous study made in 2018. This is what they call a defined plant-based diet, and it's not what you think. This is a very special diet. Now, if we take a look at what was encouraged in this diet, first of all, there is fruit. Every raw fruit you can think of was extremely encouraged in this diet. In fact, as we can read here, the CKD stage 5 patient with diabetes was encouraged to increase his fruit consumption by almost 10 times. So if this man was eating 1 apple a day before the intervention, he is now eating about 10 different fruits a day. Which ones? Whichever he likes, as long as it's raw. Anyway, there are also certain foods here that are more encouraged than others. First of all, avocados. I'm not surprised they mention avocados separately from other fruits. First of all, because of their unique nutritional profile. This is one of the few fruits with more fats than carbs, making it ideal for glycemic control. When it comes to kidney health, it's worth mentioning that avocados are super rich in antioxidant and anti-inflammatory compounds. Carotenoids, vitamin C, vitamin E, phenolic compounds. You will get tons of this when you eat an avocado. Amazing for protecting the kidneys. Now, something else they singled out in this study are tomatoes, which is peculiar because I just made a video to show you guys how you should always eat tomatoes and avocados together. Why, you may ask? Well, the reason is lycopene. Lycopene is an amazing antioxidant. It doesn't just protect kidney cells from free radicals, it also lowers blood pressure while improving heart health. But it's not well absorbed by the body. There is the need for a source of fats for it to work, and that's where avocados come in handy. Yes, add some tomato to your avocado toast to make it super healthy. By the way, I made a video to share with you this and other food combinations. It's up here and in the video description if you missed it. Now, it's also worth noting that both these foods are rich in potassium, so keep an eye on your serum potassium levels if you want to add them to your diet. But for most CKD patients, they should be fine. I mean, it's 2025 and any healthcare provider should know by now that it's when you stop eating fruits and vegetables that you start losing GFR points. Anyway, this guy was not surviving on avocado toasts alone. No, even if his diet is a very peculiar one, it is a pretty varied diet. In fact, as we were saying, basically all raw fruit and vegetables are encouraged if your goal is improving your kidney health, glucose levels, heart health, cholesterol levels, body weight, and so on. So yeah, remember this next time you are grocery shopping and don't know what to buy. If it comes from this kind of plant, it's healthy. If it comes from this kind of plant, it's not healthy. Okay, of course, there is more nuance to the renal diet than if it's coming from a factory is bad. But it's also true that the easier the diet, the more people are going to follow it. So yeah, keep in mind that the vast majority of raw fruit and veggies are super healthy. Now, some vegetables that are healthier than others and that this 57-year-old man was specifically instructed to eat in order to avoid dialysis are dark green vegetables, or dark leafy greens, as most people call them. What's so special about these veggies, you ask? Well, first of all, they are the most alkalizing foods on the planet. I'm talking about stuff such as kale, spinach, collard greens, cabbage, beet greens, lettuce, and so on. If you have kidney disease, you want a ton of this in your diet. Heck, even if you don't really. But if you have kidney disease, when you eat these vegetables, your body acidity is going to improve because there is no other food as alkalizing as spinach and kale. And if you remember, this particular patient was being started on dialysis mostly due to metabolic acidosis, a complication of CKD in which there is too much acid in the body for the kidneys to remove. So, if we are here to point out a food that's actually saving this man from dialysis, well, kale and spinach will be on top of the list. Moving on, something else this patient was explicitly recommended are deep yellow vegetables. Okay, why yellow and why deep, you may ask? Now, when we talk about deep yellow vegetables, we think about stuff such as yellow pepper, summer squash, corn, pumpkins, and even carrots. So what makes this vegetable special is beta-carotene and other carotenoids. And yeah, avoiding dialysis is all about these super powerful antioxidants with anti-inflammatory properties. We need to reduce the inflammation and the oxidative stress on your kidneys, guys. There is no improving if those nasty free radicals are there, destroying your poor nephrons day in and day out. So, what's excluded from his diet, you ask? Well, guys, I'm glad you asked because this is not your usual garden variety plant-based diet. No, there is a particular rule this man is following that will make you shiver. Literally. Let's see why. Ah, yes, the usual criminal lineup. Animal foods, gone. sodas, ban. Alcohol, forbidden. Junk food, straight to jail. Basically, everything your uncle calls the 4 main food groups. But hey, nothing new here. So what's so special about this diet? Well, let's see. Free oils are also banned. Yep, no extra oil. No drizzling olive oil on everything like it's a magic potion. And this is, well, nothing new as well. I mean, I've been prescribing to remove added oils to all my patients that need to lose weight. And it works, of course, which is funny if you think about it. I mean, if you listen to influencers, all you have to eat to lose weight is protein and fat, aka steak and butter. And yet, this man with diabetes was saved from dialysis when he stopped eating oil and butter. Because you see, what these knobnuts don't know is that science is proving them wrong at every turn. Like every single time they open their mouth, bam! Another study comes out making them look like absolute clowns. It's like watching someone double down on a flat earth theory even after you've taken them on a plane.
With the cute little fork they give you, or you can eat them like a true carnivore.
Anyway, as I was saying, there is something really peculiar about the diet that saved this 57-year-old man from dialysis. What's peculiar about this diet is that all cooked foods were also banned. So yeah, here's the real kicker about this diet. All cooked foods banned. Yeah, you heard that right. They went full raw plant-based, not just eat more salads, not just finish your veggies. Nope, full uncooked, straight from the garden raw. Which, look, I'm not gonna lie, that's pretty hardcore. I mean, personally, I enjoy warm food. Call me crazy, but sometimes I like my vegetables to be slightly warmer than the heart of a keto influencer. So, is avoiding cooked meals what saved this man from dialysis? Well, let's be fair. Are there a ton of studies saying that lightly cooking your veggies is bad for you? Not really, except of course for the one we were examining today. And guys, it worked. I mean, it's on a peer-reviewed journal, so I can't exactly say a raw plant-based diet is wrong. I'll just say that trying to convince people to follow this diet sounds about as easy as convincing a toddler that bedtime is fun. Now guys, in short, if you're going to try a raw plant-based diet, it will most likely help your kidney function stabilize or even improve. Just be prepared for your family to stage an intervention when they catch you eating raw broccoli and artichoke for breakfast. Hey, you've been warned. Alright folks, buckle up. This last part of the video is super important. We're about to find out exactly which medication was launching this guy straight into a dialysis chair. Are you ready to see what it is? Now, there is one medication in this list that is so bad for the kidneys that a nephrologist once literally assaulted a cardiologist for prescribing it. No, I'm not joking. This actually made the news. So let's all take a moment to appreciate the fact that somewhere out there, a nephrologist got so furious over one of the medications in this list, he literally assaulted another doctor. And I think he might have lost his job over it. But here's the thing. This is a very common medication. A lot of CKD patients are on this exact medication without realizing it's putting their kidneys in serious danger. But which one of these medications are we talking about? Here's the list of medications this man was taking. One of them was actively destroying his kidneys. Can you guess which one? Don't worry, I'll break them down for you. And if you already know the answer, write it down in the comments. And just a tip, remember the title of the case report. Otherwise, you might struggle to pick the right one. I mean, if you are not a nephrologist, of course, I can already picture the nephrologists watching this absolutely losing their minds, screaming at their screens. It's the for f***'s sale. here are the medications. First, allopurinol. This is taken for gout, high dose. Carvedilol, beta blocker for blood pressure, low dose. Vitamin D2. You all know what this is. Tradjenta for diabetes, increased insulin release, low dose. Entresto, high dose of sacubitril. Valsartan, a combination of an neprilysin inhibitor and an ARB. Super strong blood pressure medication. Torsemide, a strong diuretic, high dose. Atorvastatin for cholesterol, high dose. Humalog, this is a fast-acting insulin. Lantus, some more insulin, long-acting. Chlorcon M20, prescription potassium supplement. So can you tell which one of these was sending this patient into dialysis? Now, if you said Entresto, well, close, but no cigar. I mean, this is not a medication a CKD stage 5 patient should be taking, but it's not what was destroying this patient's kidneys. But it was also discontinued, by the way. And the winner of this worst medication for a stage 5 CKD patient award is, drumroll please, torsemide. Yep, high-dose loop diuretic. So yeah, if your cardiologist ever prescribes you torsemide or another high-dose loop diuretic like Lasix, maybe don't tell your nephrologist. They might literally assault your cardiologist. And good luck finding another nephrologist. And guys, want more kidney-saving tips like this one? Check out my video up here, and remember, stay away from high-dose torsemide. Stay hydrated, and for the love of your kidneys, don't go on a keto diet. And this is all for today. Thank you for watching. God bless you all. Bye-bye.